James Whale, 71, hit out at the BBC in the wake of Ken Bruce's final Radio 2 show on Friday. Ken had spent more than 4 decades at the broadcaster and shocked fans when he confirmed his midday show was coming to an end. The fury was then heightened when the BBC asked him to host his last show 1 month before his contract was up. Sharing his anger at the situation, former BBC radio presenter James Whale said it was disgraceful that Ken's exit was brought forward. He fumed in his new Daily Express column, "Sad farewell to Ken, joining the exiles from ageist Beeb. At least Ken Bruce left of his own volition, to a birth in commercial radio, perhaps seeing the writing on the wall as the BBC chases a mythical young audience." James noted that several Radio 2 presenters have recently departed the station, including Vanessa Feltz, Steve Wright and Paul O'Grady. James concluded, "Ken is a brilliant broadcaster, and there are very few radio stars left like that now. Losing more mature presenters from the BBC makes you wonder what bosses are thinking. Not the same as you and me, for certain." Ken Bruce has now been replaced by Vernon Kay, 48. Ken told BBC News that he wishes the Family Fortunes presenter all the best and wouldn't dare give anyone else tips about broadcasting. Nevertheless, Ken admitted that he was disappointed and a little surprised that the BBC had asked him to leave before his contract was up. He told Daily Mail that he wasn't given any real reason that I understood. He later said on Radio 4's Today programme, "It's entirely within the BBC's right to ask me to step away a little early. But for the sake of 17 days, which was all that was remaining on my contract, it seems a shame." Don't miss: Pierce Brosnan's far from his Bond days as star looks unrecognizable. Pictures: Gavin and Stacey Starr urges disgraceful Prince Harry to shut up. Insight: Christine McGuinness stayed in unhappy Paddy marriage to feel safe. Latest: Ken will now join Greatest Hits Radio next month with a brand new weekday mid-morning show. The Scot excitedly confirmed that his popular music quiz, Pop Master, will be a part of his new show, as well as My Musings and all the great records you know and love from the 70s, 80s and 90s. Ken joins his pal Simon Mayo, who moved to Greatest Hits Radio in 2022 after departing his BBC Radio 5 live show in the same year. Simon has also shared his thoughts on Ken's exit, saying that the situation has been handled badly. He said on Roger Bolton's Beeb Watch podcast, "I think what's surprising is that it lingered as long as it did. Ken is an advert for Greatest Hits Radio now, so I can understand why they might have thought we need to hasten these things. It's unfortunate because it does feel messy. I can imagine in commercial radio he might have been out the door sooner." He then gloated that the BBC dropped the ball and Greatest Hits was very keen to pick it up.
Good.